Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Kelsey Brown. I am the Executive Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer of WebMax. Today, we're going to cover our real estate website platform, RealtyWare. We will start with the consumer's experience and then move through the realtor or site administrator's experience. If you have any questions at any time throughout today's webinar, please use the questions portion of the GoToWebinar toolbar, and we'll be sure to address your questions before ending today's call. You guys should all be seeing a screen right now that says Real Estate Company at the top. This is our real estate website solution, RealtyWare. What it is an enterprise-level website provisioning system for real estate brokers and agents. It is fully mobile responsive, so it does scale down to fit any device size, iPhones, iPads, Androids, and any other tablets or smartphones that are out there in the industry. All of the content can be configured by the realtor. Most of it, when WebMax puts a website together, we'll put in some very generic content for realtors. You'll also have the ability to change out how the content is displayed on your website, whether it's through a navigation menu or link in the actual text of the website. We do provide a few different ways to search properties on this website. We have a quick search, which lets you search by zip code, city, neighborhood, street address, or MLS ID, and also price range. It is a smart search, so as you start typing in the city or zip, based on what you type, we'll produce a list of results matching those letters or numbers. So for instance, if I wanted to search Cherry Hill, New Jersey, I can just start typing in CH, and it will just pull up everything that kind of matches what I'm looking for. So we'll go ahead and put Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Then we'll put our minimum price range as $650,000, and we'll put our maximum price at $950,000. Click a search button, and our system will produce a list of results that match that criteria. We are pulling through the Realtors Multiple Listing Service, so this is IDX enabled. IDX stands for Internet Data Exchange. It's really just a process of how brokers belonging to a certain MLS share information electronically. Companies like WebMax go in and repurpose that data so that we can expose it to the public on a website. Once a property is drilled down into, we come to what we call a property details page, which houses all of the information about that specific property. We'll pull everything from the multiple listing service, so all of the pictures, whether it's one picture or 23 pictures. We'll pull them all. This happens automatically and is updated automatically. WebMax will only show active listings on these real estate-based websites. We'll also pull over the address, if the MLS provides it, the price, the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, half baths, square footage, acreage, the property details as inserted by the listing agent, a full overview, MLS ID, lot size, lot number, school district, taxes, tax year, pretty much everything that you see here. And if there's any additional features like fireplace, garage, porch, central air, we'll pull all of that information so that the public can access it. Additionally, we will put the address of property on a Google map so people can get an idea of where it is. The nice thing about Google Map is if the property is indexed in Google, you can actually see a street view of the property and the location right through this map here. Additionally, we have some sharing tools and some capture tools. A visitor or realtor can share the listing on Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, and Twitter. They can also send to their family, colleagues, friends via email by clicking on the send button here. They can activate the payment calculator to get a rough idea of what their monthly payments would be. If they wanted to check for flood status, they can click on the link here to order a flood cert. Additionally, if they are partnered with a mortgage company, we would have the pre-qual and apply now buttons here as well, so you can collect data on the visitor and then very quickly move that visitor to your mortgage partner's pre-qualification or 1003 application so that they can get pre-qualified or approved for a loan. All the while keeping all of your information intact, so your loan officer would be able to respond back to you to make sure to let you know that your borrower has been approved. They also have the ability to ask questions or request additional info by submitting right here on this form: first name, last name, email, phone. If they're on a property, we'll automatically have the message generated in there, so the realtor will get an email notification letting them know that somebody asked a question about this specific property. However, you can add additional information into this message box as well, so you can collect all of that. Anything that's submitted through the website, you will get an email notification instantly. We do have some other features built in for the consumer as well. They do have the ability to sign up for what we call automatic email updates, which is basically the consumer putting in the criteria of the property that they're interested in, and as it becomes available in a realtor's multiple listing service, our system will send them branded email notifications letting them know that properties have met their criteria. It is a HTML email, so it does contain backlinks to the appropriate property pages in the realtor's website. It also will have the realtor's logo and photo with contact information if provided. We also have the What's My Home Worth form, which allows a seller to come in and pretty much just insert all of their information and insert their property information and leave a brief description of the home. Once this is submitted, again, you will receive an email notification instantly letting you know that somebody wanted to know what their property was valued at. We do have, if it is a broker site, we do have a roster page where all of your agents can be shown, and you can also drill down and view their profile and view their individual listings. If it's a standard agent site, this button would pretty much say About Me, and the visitor will be redirected to a bio page which has your picture, all of your contact information, and if you had a bio, that would actually go here. You can insert all of that information through the control panel of the website using a very easy content management system, WYSIWYG editor, which is very similar to Microsoft Word, and we'll be getting into that shortly. Just allows you to type whatever you want to be displayed. Basically, WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. You also have the ability to upload photos and media. So if you had a YouTube video that you wanted on your bio page, you can embed that YouTube video right in this bio page. When you are going through, or when a visitor is going through different pages of the website, the one thing that we wanted to keep, that we wanted to really stand out was the featured listings. Now, on a home page, we have featured listings, and on every inside page, we have featured listings. Featured listings can be defined one of three ways. One, we pull in all of the listings belonging to the agent's brokerage. Two, the agent, this is an agent website, so the agent has enough inventory of their own and they prefer to only show their listings. And three, we give the agent the ability to log into the MLS through our system and tag which listings they want to display as featured. Now, that third way produces a rather unique way of displaying properties, and it allows you to cater to different niches. So essentially you can create a niche-specific website, a website about short sales, a website about luxury properties, beachfront homes, whatever that niche is, because you have the ability to tag the listings that you want to display as featured, and you have access to a content management system which allows you to pretty much manage all of your content on the website, and it is a website provisioning system. You can spin off what we call a niche-specific website. I'm going to stop there and go ahead and log in as the realtor, and we're going to go over a few tools on the front end of the website, and then we're going to go into the control panel. So a realtor, when using RealtyWare, will have their own site admin credentials. They will have a username, and a password. Once they insert that, they have the ability to log in. And once logged in, they'll have the ability to access the different sections of the control panel. They also have the ability to manage content from the front end. So as you see here, we do show a number of little bolts that can be clicked, and you can edit specific sections of the website right from the front end. So if there was something on this welcome page that you didn't like, you can actually edit it. Or if you wanted to add another button to the right, you can click on that bolt there and click edit and put more buttons in there or eliminate the buttons that are there. Additionally, if you did a property search, I'm going to do Morristown this time. And we're going to go from 1.2 to 2.4. I'm going to search for that. And I'm going to click on 816 Loveland Road. So now there's a few more features. So you're doing a search just like a consumer would do a search. However, now you have a few more tools. You can add this to your featured listings. This is how you tag the listings in your MLS. You can add an open house. You have an open house coming up on Sunday and you want people to be notified of that when they land on this property on your website. You can put in the date and time of the open house. You can export to Craigslist. You want to put an ad up in Craigslist, but it takes so long to manually type in property information. We give you a very easy way to embed property information right into the Craigslist ad. Basically, what we do is we'll give you a snippet of code that you can copy and paste right into Craigslist. It brings over all of the information about the property itself. And all you have to do is set up your ad, copy, paste this in there, and submit it, and you're pretty much done at that point. You also have the ability to create single property websites. Now, a realtor utilizing the RealtyWare solution, they have the ability to create as many single property websites as they want. There is no limit. They have 100 listings. They can have 100 sites for each one of their listings. We'll also give you the SMS instructions, so we'll provide you with a phone number and a code that can be texted for more information about a specific property. This is great if your realtor wants to get a sign writer so they can put right on top of the for sale sign, text this number for more information. The realtor will collect the consumer's phone number every time that they text, and the consumer will get a text notification with more information about a specific property. So let's go over creating single property websites. It's very easy to do in our system. All you need to do when you're at the property that you want to create the website for, 816 Loveland Road, is click on this button that says Create Single Property Website. And then from there, you need to enter your domain name. Domain names must be pointing to the WebMax platform in order to be used. However, when we set up the realtor's website initially, we will add what we call a wildcard record. This allows them to replace the www with whatever they want. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 816 Loveland Road .wmxsites.com. This costs the realtor nothing to do if they already have a primary domain name and elect to use subdomains for all of their single property websites. And basically, they have the ability to create it. It's going to bring them to the control panel, a list of all of their websites, and then finally to the single property website, which is already done, already branded. All of the realtor's branding stayed intact. Brought over the picture, brought over the address of the property, brought over the description is inserted by the listing agent, all of the pictures, and there is a More Info tab, which brings you to the property details page. Single property websites are great for a few reasons. Number one, you can take them on listing presentations when you're trying to win a seller's business. Number two, websites are a lot like billboards, so the more websites you have on the web, the greater chances of getting traffic to your web presence. And number three, greatly enhances your search engine optimization campaign by linking to the primary website. What you're essentially doing is creating a link exchange between relevant websites. Again, when these websites are created, it's really a three-page website. It's the home, it's the more property information, and it's contact. However, being that this is a website provisioning system, you do have the ability to log into this website and really build it up. If you wanted to create additional pages, if you wanted to blog about the property location, events that are going on in the community of this specific property, you have the ability to do that inside of the RealtyWare solution. I'm going to go back. Now that we're in the control panel of the website, start with the dashboard. So a few important things that can be found on the dashboard, which is in the control panel of the Realtor's website. We have quick links to popular sections of the control panel, broken down by business content and structure. You can manage your leads. You can manage your agent profile content. You can manage all of your websites, all of your users, all of your content pages, blog posts, news entries, testimonials, and then the structure of your website, your design, your logo, your color scheme, your search engine optimization campaigns, all of that would fall under structure. But more importantly, the dashboard provides some very useful reporting. You can report against how many leads you got, and that's the most important thing to a real estate agent. This website's great, but I need leads. Well, we'll show you where your leads are coming from and when you're getting those leads, so you can gauge or measure the results of your website campaign. Additionally, if you have multiple sites, we'll provide you with a site summary. So you can see, okay, my top level website got 25 leads, and then I have a few single property websites. They didn't get a lot of leads, but here's one that did. So we got 5 leads. That's pretty good. And now you can gauge why this website got 5 leads and this one didn't get any. Maybe the property's better. Could be a number of different things, but at least you have the visibility to know what websites is getting what traffic. I'm going to move over to the content section. Under content, this is where you're going to manage the majority of the website's content. There's a few different content types that we'll go over. They all use the same WYSIWYG editor, and again, WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. It makes it very easy for any realtor, doesn't matter whether they're millennial or baby boomer, to be able to go into the website and very easily administer content throughout the website. We're going to start with pages. You're going to see a list of pages that are already on the solution. If you wanted to modify those pages, you can just click the action button next to that page and the edit link, and this will take you right into that specific page. You can change the document title. You can put in a page title if you wanted to. If you don't put in a page title, it automatically inherits whatever the document title is. You have the ability to add metadata. So you can put in your keywords and description, which is great for Google. Keywords should be comma separated, and your most prominent keyword should be displayed first. So if you're a realtor in Haddonfield, New Jersey, your keyword should be Haddonfield real estate, Haddonfield properties, Haddonfield homes, comma, all comma separated. And your meta description should also have your most prominent keywords in there, but written in a way that would entice somebody looking at a small snippet on a search engine to come to your website. So you want to be as detailed as possible about what this page is about. If this page is about Haddonfield real estate, then you should probably start with, we specialize in Haddonfield real estate. Come here to view all Haddonfield properties, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, this will be what is displayed in a Google search. The summaries are automatically generated by whatever's in the body. So the body is what's actually going to show on the page, the web page itself. This is what we call the WYSIWYG editor here. So you can just basically type whatever you want, and this is how it's going to be displayed on your website. If you want to upload photos, then you should click the photo icon, which is here. And now you will be able to browse your computer for a photo or use photos that you've uploaded previously. So you can browse your computer, some pictures. I'll throw this one in here. We'll call it Harbor View. You have the ability to name your photo. Then you can upload. Once you upload a photo, it's going to drop down into your library. You can just scroll down until you get to that photo that you want. And there it is, Harbor View. And then you can insert it. So now you have a photo. Now if that photo is too big, you can do one of two things. You can either drag it so that it becomes smaller, or you can hit the icon and change the dimensions. You also have the ability to do an alignment. So if you want it to be text top, you can put text top. Or if you wanted it to be right, then it will be right, to the right of the text. You also have the ability to load in videos using streaming services like YouTube. To do that, what you're going to do is basically click on this link, and then if you click the source, YouTube will give you an embed code, and I'm not really going to get a YouTube video here. I'm just going to type something in. So you would just paste that embed code right into the source, and then once you insert it, this is where your video would be positioned on the page. If it's an actual YouTube video, if it's something that's actually there, it'll show up on the front of the page. So once you're finished your page and you're happy with the way that everything looks, you have the ability to publish it. You can publish it to all sites, which means it can be utilized on your lower level sites. So if you created a niche specific or individual listing, single property website, you can access this content on those websites as well and use them there as well. If you do publish them to all sites, we'll offer you the ability to add a no robots follow meta tag, which tells search engines like Google and Yahoo to ignore those pages on your lower level sites. They should not have any relevance for search engine optimization purposes for this content. Now that's up to you. Usually when you're dealing with enterprise level website solutions, if you want your top level website to be found in Google, but not your lower level websites, this is perfect. If you want all of your websites to rank for the same exact content, then you don't need to check it. I'm going to go ahead and then once the page is done, it's going to fall back in your little library of pages. You can click on it, and this is what it's going to look like. I didn't put a real YouTube video in, so it's not showing that. If I did, it would have been to the left of this photo. But here's the photo, here's my title, and here's all the content that I've inserted. So very easy to create pages. If I don't like it, I can click the little gear there, click edit, and I can modify this page. If I do like it and I want it on my navigation menu so that somebody can access it, my next step will be clicking the menus tab. Now, all websites are going to have at least one menu, but there can be multiple menus. You can have your primary menu, you can have single property menus, you can have footer menus, there can be multiple menus. But when we initially configure a website, it's only going to have one, the primary. If you want to see what's on this primary menu, you're going to click the action button, and then you're going to say list links. We'll show you everything that's on your navigation menu. The ones that are not indented are your top level navigation items. So basically, and we do have a question, so I'm going to stop here in a second. So basically, the ones that you see here that are exposed, home, our agents, about, search listings, buyers and sellers, these are top level navigation menus. Yes, we are actually filming this, and we will be putting this training on our website so that you can always review. We have some people that are just joining, and they asked if this would be, available again. We're also going to do more live webinars about RealtyWare, so not a problem if you miss something. Not only do we tape it, we redo these demos quite often. All right, so let's get back to the menus. So here's my menus. I can do another top-level menu if I wanted to, just by clicking the Add Link button here. Or if I wanted a sub-navigation menu item like the blog, how it's displayed here, I can add one of those as well. To do that, I can click on the Action button and add link from a top-level nav item. Or I can just do it from the top, which is what I'm going to do. I can name how I want this to appear in my drop-down. And then my path is going to be whatever my document title is. And as you start typing, we'll search through all of your document titles of your pages, and we'll list them all. So it'll automatically pop up here. And all you have to do is click it. You'll notice that it has an ID associated with it, and I can add it. Right now, it's a top-level navigation item. So it falls right after the home page. So if I refresh this, there it is, Test with Kelsey. Just put it on my nav. I don't like it here. Maybe I want to put it under the About section. So what I can do now is I can drag it down, and move it over. So now it's going to fall under the About section. Here it is, Test with Kelsey. If I click on it, it takes me to the beautiful web page that we all put together. All right. So there are other types of content as well. We have blogs, which allows you to, the quickest way to get unorganized content on your website. Blogging is great for search engine optimization purposes. It doesn't matter what type of website you have, a mortgage website, a real estate website, a pharmaceutical website. Blogging is the fastest and most effective way to get unorganized content on your website, and search engines eat it up. So I recommend that you utilize the blog. Again, you'll set it up just like a web page. You'll add the document title. If it differs from the page title, you'll also want to add a page title. If not, the document title would serve as that and also the page title. You can insert metadata, and every time that you do add metadata, we'll also store it so it can be reused for different pages or different content types. This allows somebody to easily repurpose something that was already done on another page and might still be relevant for an additional page. Or you can just click the Add Metadata button and you'll get even more. You'll be able to insert new metadata. Now, categories. Categories need to be configured. You can either do it from here, and this is just going to take you to the configuration section, or you can put together your blog categories right under the category section under configuration, and then it'll automatically drop down in this category section. You do have the ability to insert tags. So tags is basically telling the system the importance and relevance of a specific blog. So you can say real estate, since this is RealtyWare. You might want to say if this is Haddonfield real estate, you might say Haddonfield. Or if it's mortgage, you can say mortgage. You put in your different tags to kind of show the relevance. It has the same WYSIWYG editor, So the body is exactly the same. You can insert images, you can embed media like YouTube videos or SoundCloud audio files. Pretty much whatever you need to get in here, you have the ability to do. If you are familiar with working in HTML, you have the ability to switch your views to the HTML view as well. So if you got a snippet from somebody and they say, hey, plug this into the website, usually those snippets or scripts you will put in here. The system will not accept all scripts, only because we need to whitelist certain scripts to make sure that they're not malicious. We do not want anybody harming the system. So if you notice you put in a script and you get an error code, just contact our support team at support@webmaxcode.com with the snippet that you are trying to insert, and let them know that you want to get that snippet whitelisted. Once it's whitelisted, it can be reused throughout our system. The blog URL, again, automatically generated based off of the document title. However, if you wanted to defer from the document title, if you wanted to maybe put some keywords in there, you have the ability to do that. So you can change it. And then you can add a thumbnail photo for the blog view page or list page, and an actual image for the inside of the blog page as well. Again, because this is a provisioning system, website provisioning system, you do have the ability to share this content or blog post with all of the children's sites. Again, niche-specific, single property websites. We also do community and builder-based websites as well. And with that, you can tell the system to add the meta tag for the no robots follow, which is pretty much telling the search engines do not follow this content on the children's sites, because the only one that should be ranked in those search engines are the top level website. Once you're finished, you can just add, and you have your first blog post. So blog posts look like, it can be shared on Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, and Twitter. And the more articles you have, you'll see the recent blog articles, you'll see a blog archive, and if you do have your category set up, we'll show all of the different categories. So that's basically the content types, menus. Let's go over to properties. So our system automatically brings in MLS listings if IDX is enabled for the specific realtor that's utilizing the RealtyWare solution. However, there are going to be cases to where a realtor would get an exclusive listing and they can manually insert property information, whether it be residential listing, a rental listing, commercial, lots and land, multifamily, whatever it is. They have the ability to still showcase these listings. Now, I'm going to tell this to my realtors and my mortgage professionals, because this is important for both, and I know both are on the call. For sale by owner properties, if you would like to showcase those on your website, you have the ability to do that. Just click on a residential listing. First, get permission from the owner. Hey, I want to list your property. I know you don't want to give me permission, but I just want to make sure that you have the visibility. How about I put your listing on my website, not in the MLS, not on IDX, but on my website, and I'll bring you leads, and we can work out a deal from there, or get something in place with them. Well, now what you can do is go to residential, add the listing, put in a price. You can put in the address, or leave the address unknown or TBD, so nobody knows where it is, so they have to contact you through the website. You can put in the city, state, zip code. There's no MLS number, but as you can see, that's not required. You can put in a property type, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, half baths. You can put in your information as the agent. You can put in the number of floors, sewer, septic, water, whether it's new construction. If you want to give, directions, which I advise against, if it's an FSBO, if it's an exclusive listing, no problem. But if it's an FSBO, I would not direct people to the property. I would just show the pictures and all of the amenities that the property actually offers. You also can put in the taxes and fees, different features. You can upload photos, floor plans. You can do media. So if you wanted to put in a video, if you have a virtual tour, you can put in that URL. If you have a YouTube video tour, you can embed that content or media right into this specific property. You can also add additional tabs. So let's go back. Let's go look at one of these properties really quick. We'll do 120 Oak Street. In our system, the tabs that we have available: overview, features, school. So what this is now doing, is giving you the ability to add another tab, and it can be whatever you want. You can type in additional information or download flyer, or whatever you want you can put here and then insert the content. This is pretty powerful. And then once you have this all done, not only is it going to show on this website, you now have the ability to create a single property website for that property that's a non-MLS listing. And it can be done for any property type. You can also manage your open house listings. You can do community listings. So if you're working with a builder and they wanted a co-branded website with them and you as the realtor, you have the ability to accommodate that situation. And most builders, they typically do not put their listings in a multiple listing service as IDX yes, meaning they're not sharing the listing information electronically with the brokers of their multiple listing service. So if you go to a builder site, 9 times out of 10, they are manually inserting building property information. So what our system allows you to do is just that. You can put up the community information, plat map, pictures, floor plans, amenities, community information, showing times, directions to the, wherever they're holding the showings. And then once that's done, you can associate different building models with the specific community. So, I got the Stratford, I got the Kensington, I got the Wyndham. And these are the different elevations. Here's the pictures, here's the floor plans, here's the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. You have the ability to do that. Any of the listings that you marked as having an open house, you have the ability to manage those open houses here. And any listings that are showing on the home page of the website, these are your feature listing carousel. These will scroll out. You have the ability to manage those as well. These are the ones that are showing on the site now. These are the ones that are available. If you didn't want one to show on there, you can just click the X, and if you wanted to add another, you can just click the plus for the listing that you wanted to add. Typically, we'll show about 12 of the top price listings belonging to either the brokerage or the agent. However, those listings might not be the ones that the realtor wants to display as, right there on their homepage. So this is giving them the ability to say, no, I don't like this one. I want this one. Basically all it is. Very quickly, go to the business section. Here is where you can manage all of your leads. Leads are emailed instantly from a realtor's website. So you'll get that in your email box as soon as it happens. As soon as they click submit, it'll be inside of your email box. However, we also store all of the leads here in the control panel. So you'll see who it was from, first name, last name. Even if they came from a sub-site, if you're on your top level website, you'll be able to see all of your leads. And then if you click the action and edit, you'll see a full snippet, the full message, the subject, and this is what comes to you in email. If you are a broker with a broker site and you have a number of agents, you can reassign the lead to a different agent. And you can nurture the lead through this system as well. It's not a CRM, it's more of a Rolodex built inside of your website solution. But you do have the ability to leave comments. We have the referral source description, and you can fill out all of their address information. It's a pretty nice tool. We'll also provide you with the ability to manage your branches. So if you're a real estate company and you have multiple branches, you can manage those branches, have them display, not only display on the website, but you can manage them from here as well. You can spin off new sites for each one of your branches. If you have a partner site that you want to create, you can create that as well. We also provide an email log so you can see all of the emails that left the system, what the subject was, who it went to, the status, and when it was sent. And we have an audit log. So if somebody does, give somebody access to your site and somebody made a change that wasn't right, well, guess what? You can now see who it was. And so can I. And then you have some reports. You can report against all of your leads and all of your members. The difference between a lead and a member is a lead is somebody that only filled out a basic contact form. A member is somebody that registered to your website. They created a unique username and password. They can do things like save listings. They can save their searches. They can sign up for those automatic email alerts that we discussed earlier. And they can also leave you testimonials. So those are the differences between a lead and a member, but you can run reports against both. And finally, we'll get to the configuration setting. This allows you to pretty much manage everything about the site's aesthetics and also the logo, the company. So you have everything from site information where you can manage the company name, the slogan, the phone number that displays in the header of the website, pretty much everything that you see here and in the footer. You have your website settings, which allows you to change out the logos. So if you left your current company and went to another one, but you wanted to keep your site going, very easily log in, come to configuration, website settings. You can browse your computer, and you actually have the ability to put in whatever logo you want. So you throw in Coldwell Banker. Now that I put that in there, and scroll down to the bottom, update it, come back to the site. It's real estate company at one point. Now I refresh it. Guess what? I'm a Coldwell Banker agent. You can also attach the site to Google Analytics very easily. Just set up your Google Analytics account first. Google provides you with a UA key. All we need is that key and the type of analytics that you signed up for, whether it was traditional or universal. If you wanted reCAPTCHA on your site, if you wanted to add that extra layer of security to kind of eliminate any spam bots that are coming to your website, Google reCAPTCHA is what the website integrates with. So you would just sign up for Google reCAPTCHA, and then it will give you a site key and a secret. All you have to do is insert that, and then we have Google's reCAPTCHA on all forms inside of your website. Your footer content, if you needed to put a disclaimer in your footer, Century 21, each office is individually owned and operated. You can add that right yourself in your website. Same with your copyright. If you got a Facebook pixel and you needed to put that on your website, well, we give you the ability to put in custom metadata. You can put in something custom between the right at the body open section or the body close section. So depending on where you went and the snippet that you got, and you have to put it on your website, it'll tell you which one you need to add it to. You have the ability to do that. If you wanted to showcase your different social networks, we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, Instagram, and YouTube. Also, if you're a Zillow user, you can insert your Zillow URL, and these will populate the social icons on your website. Email confirmation message. When somebody does insert one of those forms, you have the ability to, once they submit it, have a personalized message there for them. Somebody will contact you within 24 hours. Thank you so much for your submission. So we have back here the banner slideshows that are on the majority of our websites, these images that rotate out. Normally, the website owner would not have the ability to change these out themselves. They would always have to call their web vendor, and it might take 48 hours if you're lucky, 72 hours if you're not that lucky, for them to update those photos. Well, in our system, one of the things that we wanted to do was make sure that we provided realtors and mortgage professionals with a level of access that allows them to do all of this stuff themselves. You still can call WebMax. You can still send support tickets to WebMax. However, the tool itself allows you to do pretty much everything that you need to do. So if you want to change these pictures out, you can delete the ones that are displayed, and you can upload new ones. You can also put messages on top of them, and you can link them to different pages. We also give you the recommended dimensions for that picture, so you know what you should be uploading. You can upload 3 at a time, but as many as you want. I recommend no more than 6, because these will, the bigger the pictures, could slow down the timing on your home page. You also have access to the theme library, so you can see all the different themes that are available to you, and you can very quickly change out the theme that you're using for your website. So right now we are using the earth tone theme. If I wanted to use the peak theme, I can just click on that, scroll down to the bottom, click Save, and I very quickly rebranded my site. I have a completely different website at this point. Now, with the theme, you may need to change the color scheme. So if you click on the theme settings, some of the themes will have color schemes. Some of them won't. If they don't worry. You can actually color them yourself using the hex codes and also this little color guide here, and populating the correct hex code into the background color, all of that. If you are familiar with website solutions and CSS, you can also override elements and JavaScript that is throughout the website solution. Most people aren't that advanced to be able to do it, but if you want to take a crack at it, it's here for you. It will not break the system, I promise you. And once you're done, you can just update that. Let's talk a little bit about search engine optimization as well. So we have a whole section here for search engine optimization, which allows you to add meta tags. You can name your meta tag, you can provide a document title, you can insert meta keywords, meta description. This allows you to do it before you're actually creating the page. This way, when you get around to creating a page, these sets of meta tags are already available for you. All you need to do is go back and click on that drop down when you're creating a content type like a web page or a blog post, and it's there for you. Meta tags are still very important, and I'll tell you why. When somebody goes to Google and they type in their Google search, what's going to happen is you're going to get a few ads. These are people that are paying to be on the top. But the organic search, this is what somebody sees. They're going to see a blue link. This is their document title, just so you know. Then they're going to see some verbiage underneath it. This is their description. People still read this. So you need to make sure that this is enticing them to come to that specific page. Your tagline and a brief description. And some search engines still rank you on, meta tags, so very important to still utilize. Again, you can have as many of those as you want. And that is basically it for RealtyWare 101. Do we have any questions? All right, well, thank you for your time. You will receive a follow-up email from my staff, and if you do have any additional questions at a later time, please, you can reply to that, or you can send any inquiries to support@webmaxco.com, and we'll be more than happy to address those. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.